Hi everyone, welcome to Baker University and welcome to BU110 Introduction to Business Education. I'm going to be your instructor, Jamie Crispin, and I just want to start off by saying you can do this. I know that many of you are probably feeling nervous, whether this is your first time at college or maybe your first time in a very long time. This course is really designed for you, and it's going to give you a great foundation for your educational goals and especially your time here at Baker. So just a few things to introduce this week. I want to make sure everybody has this information. Is number one, make sure you're looking at the syllabus, but definitely make sure that you focus just on week one assignments. Take a look at what's due and when it's due. Also, if you're watching this video, then you're already in Moodle, and that's really important. But remember that you start to look at where the forums are and where the assignments are, and you'll notice in Moodle that it's broken into weeks. So this is a 6-week course, so you'll see that things are broken into weeks. And again, feel free to look at all the weeks, but really spend the majority of the time worrying about what's due just in week one. And then it is going to be really important moving forward that you're focused, that you start checking your Baker email on a regular basis. Some students forward their Baker email to their personal email. Some students add this email to their phone so that they could see all the messages coming through. It is the main way that staff and faculty are going to be communicating with you. Also, too, when things happen in Moodle, you'll get a notification to your Baker email. So if that's something that you want to cut back or minimize, then just know that it's a way to change that in Moodle under settings. It's called subscriptions. So, but just know that you're going to want to start checking in. So, okay, well, let's move forward and talk a little bit more about some of the important pieces that are going to help you be successful, not only in this class, but throughout your whole entire program. One thing is the syllabus. It is the framework of this class and every class, and so save it, print it. You're going to want to refer to it often. It's really going to help you organize your time and to be able to figure out what needs to be done and when. Also, too, for this class, there are 2 textbooks required. One is the Change Anything. The second book is a writer's reference. That writer's reference you're going to use for the entire program. It will come in handy and focuses a lot on academic writing. On the syllabus, you'll also find my contact information. So I am available by phone, by email, and if needed, by text. You are welcome to call me before 9 p.m. any night, and I will work on, I want to respond to everybody within 24 hours, hopefully sooner, but just make sure everybody gives me 24 hours. In the syllabus, you'll also find the details on every assignment, the deadline for each assignment, the grades for the entire class, as well as the point breakdown on each assignment. And in the very, very back is campus resources and information. So I really want everybody to make sure that they're looking through that. There is an important section in my syllabus called Instructor Expectations. I just wanted to spend some time to talk a little bit more about this. A university policy is that we do track attendance. It's very important. And because we have to abide by federal financial aid guidelines, as well as to ensure that our degrees are quality degrees, then we do have an attendance policy that says that students cannot miss more than 30% of a course and still receive credit. So the way that I track that is when a student has to complete 2 major assignments within the week, and our weeks run Monday to Sunday at midnight. In the online environment, there is no partial attendance, so you either were marked present or absent. And since this is a 6 weeks course, that means that really you can only have 1 absence on your record. If you're absent for 2 weeks, then you have gone over the 30% mark. So remember to keep that in mind. If you are reading the syllabus, following everything that's there, and submitting everything on time, then you'll be fine. If anything comes up with time management, then you want to focus on getting 2 major assignments done within the week. Some other instructor expectations that are going to be very important to know is that late work will be accepted up to 3 days past the deadline. So that means if something is due Sunday at midnight, you can submit it by Wednesday at midnight. There is a 10% total deduction of points for every day that it is late. And even though I do accept late work, it will not count towards your attendance retroactively. So that's just something to remember. I think it is really important for me to write comments on the items that you submit. And so I do that by opening up your document and adding comments, and you'll see them in the margins. Then I save it and I send it back to you. So it's really important that you go back into the assignment submission section and you'll see the feedback there, and make sure you open the document so you can review the comments. Those are going to help you build your skills and hone in on your skills, and it's just really important that you're going back and looking at that. Grades will be updated on a regular basis. You can review all of the points in the grade section in Moodle. And like I had mentioned before, it is my goal that I respond to anything, a text, an email, a phone call, or anything that you use in Moodle within 24 hours. I forgot to mention, I just want to mention here that there are some forums at the very top of Moodle. One is Ask Jamie. So if you have a question that you think the whole class can benefit from, then please use the Ask Jamie forum. If it's, there is also a student cafe. So if you want to ask your fellow classmates a question, then you can also post it there. Okay, so some recommendations to get you started to make sure that you're off on the right foot. Make school a priority. Start thinking about when you can carve some study time into your already busy life. You're going to want to do that by reading the syllabus and also reading all the information in Moodle and trying to set times to be able to read as well as completing your assignments. I also highly recommend that students don't wait until Sunday to get all their work done and posted. You really need to be able to process some of the information and spend time reading. I highly recommend that each student log in several times throughout the week to look at Moodle so that you can see what your classmates are posting, and if I've posted anything, it's going to be something that you want to do throughout the week. Also, as I've already said, it's so important to submit all assignments on time so you can earn as many points as you can. And in the online environment, I know that students sometimes feel a little disconnected, and I just want to encourage everybody to ask questions. I'm here to help, and I don't know how to help if I don't hear from you. So whether it's you have a question on the syllabus, whether it is you're reading over some of the content and you're not entirely sure if you're on the right track, please send me an email, please reach out to me. I can even schedule a Skype session for you and we can kind of talk face-to-face virtually. And finally, learning is a process. I know everybody comes into school as they should and they want to earn that 4.0 and earn straight A's. Just know that it will be work and that sometimes the learning process might take a little bit longer for you than you would like it to take. So just know that if I provide any comments or any helpful tips, that it's only to help you grow and to not see anything as a failure, just to see it as something that you can learn from. Okay, so my last slide, I just want to review week 1 assignments. There is an introductory forum, which is due Sunday at midnight. There's some questions. When you click on the little forum icon, you'll see some questions, and I want you just to answer those questions about you. It's just a nice way for us to get to know each other. Also, too, there is a profile that I want you to create for Moodle. I highly recommend that you add a picture of yourself, but I want at least 3 lines about you. The Moodle profile serves as a way for other students to get to know you as well. The Change Anything responses, this is something your enrollment coach and your academic advisor provided to you as the first assignment. This is due Sunday at midnight, and you'll probably have it done. Of course, you can submit it at any time. The weekly forums are a best practice that instructors use in the online environment to ensure that you're learning throughout the week. And so when you click on the weekly forum, there will be some text or maybe a video or some questions, and you need to respond to those by Thursday at midnight. That's worth 20 points. Then you also need to read the other posts because you need to have 2 responses to your peers by Sunday at midnight. Now, I highly recommend you go to the syllabus and read about what needs to be included in your initial response and what the peer responses need to look like. In addition, I have a forum rubric posted in Moodle, so you can double check that as well. Each peer response is worth 5 points, so total the weekly forum is worth 30 points. And I do sometimes grade them as the week goes on, so just know that, you know, I will, if you lose any points in the forum, I will provide comments at the end of the week. there is a aha reflection, and an aha reflection is really just a summary of things you've learned this week. It could be about change anything, it could be about academic writing, it could be about time management and you coming back to school, it could simply be about Baker. This is no more than 2 pages double spaced. It does not need to be formatted by Modern Language Association or MLA at this point, so please do not worry about that. I just want to see some of the things that you've learned and you're starting to process. That paper is due Sunday at midnight. And finally, there is a writing activity. These are centered around a writer's reference and are grammar oriented. They do not take very long, but it is a way to brush up on your grammar. So this writing activity is also due Sunday at midnight. You will find all the information on the writing activity number 1 in the writing activity assignment in Moodle. So, okay, I think that is everything I wanted to cover. Just know every Monday I'm going to post a video, so make sure you look for week 2's video next Monday. And in the meantime, best of luck, and please do not hesitate to reach out if you need anything this week. Okay, take care.